that included Black parents.
Yeah, but I mean, again, like you said, the documentary is the movie Truth About Reading, which has won awards, and really highlights it. If someone wants to see that, where can they see this?
So the truth about reading,
Can you go online and get see?
you can go.
How are you, Nick?
Good. What's on your mind, Mickey?
Well, good morning, Miss Sonia. You're doing great work. You got a big job ahead of you. Reading is a big topic.
It sure is. It is.
My question is kind of a personal one, but it comes into the teaching part. It's about retention. You know, when I read, I don't retain that well. And I've always been like that. I have to a lot of times read something twice. Is there a specific way that instructors can teach our children to retain better, especially with all the distractions, the phones and the internet and all that? So that's my question about retention.
Yes.
I'm the same way. I have to read things more than once, but usually it's because if it's something that's not really of a heavy interest to me, my mind's distracted, or I'll not be paying. And then I'll read it a second time, and then I'll get it down, and I'll be good. But Ann mentioned it. He mentioned it. Are there any tricks for that?
There are some tricks. So first of all, making sure we have the foundational skills in the first place. So what should be happening is we should be able to collect letter to sound and be able to blend words, do that quickly, and understand the meaning of the word.
Okay.
And so that would affect someone's fluency. That would affect someone's comprehension.
So which comes first? So I'm looking at a word here, misleading, because I just read the word misleading off this page. So obviously I can sound out the word, the M-I-S. I know misleading. So I go misleading, and then I know when I'm reading misleading, I know that means something that is, leading you astray. It's not accurate. It's a misleading statement. Now I don't know where all that came from in my brain. Wow, but there it was.
Vocabulary.
So which do I learn first? Is it the vocabulary you have to have first, or do you have to be able to sound out the letters and the words?
You have to be able to make the letter to sound recognition first.
But if you don't know what it means, you can maybe pronounce the word. And there's words out there that I can pronounce, and I don't know what the heck they mean.
So you asked something about race or like the equity issues. So one of the things that people don't realize is, like, in the Black community, we don't talk about we don't go to Paris for vacation or go vacationing a whole lot. Background knowledge along with vocabulary is very important. So then you see these experiences also are important with learning words and comprehending what is going on.
Because if you've lived it, then you understand it. It makes sense. It makes it so much easier if you have some personal experience with it.
Yeah, and there's some linguistic things around, like dialects, like that play a part too, in the pronunciation of words. Like, you live in Louisiana, you're gonna talk different than I talk.
Different dialects.
Different dialects. So there's a whole lot of things, and we got to remember there's the brain that has to be what I call exercise or train, just like if you were building muscles. And so the reason why it's so important for us to do the instruction in such a way that's based on the science is because you're actually activating and building the skill in the brain. And so if a person has trouble with phonics and phonemic awareness, then they need those foundational skills consistently to build, their reading skills.
So you need we'll take a break on that. We'll come back our final segment. But yeah, again, I'm telling you though, Mickey's sitting there like me. All right, so what do I do? It's hard. I mean, because I understand what you're saying, the big picture. But how do you tangibly do that at home?
I can give you some exercises. I'm going to put it on my website.
Let's do that. All right, we'll be back. Final segment with our fine guest. And she is wearing sparkly slippers today. We'll be right back.
There's no single answer to securing your financial future. You need to look at it from every side. Get dependable advice you can count on every week with the Retirement Report on News Channel 5 Plus. Experts on finance, taxes, and the legal system are ready to answer your questions. Don't wait to make a plan for your money. The Retirement Report, Friday mornings at 8 and at these encore times on News Channel 5 Plus.
Here's what you know. You were injured in a crash involving a big truck. But here's what you don't know. While you're trying to recover, the truck company is already taking steps that could hurt you and your family. Combing the crash site, talking to witnesses, coaching their drivers, trying to shift the blame away from them and onto you. And if that sounds bad, what comes next could be even worse. Let our team protect you. Truck crash? Call 615-244-4321.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sonobello Permanent Fat Removal and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately.
It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sonobello's biggest sale of the year. Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me.
I can't wait till the summertime hits. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-888-285-6876 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
All right, it's our final segment this morning. Sonia Thomas, Propel. We're talking a lot about reading comprehension, what it takes to make sure we get our kids up to speed because, man, they're woefully behind. You say it's epidemic. There may be, when it comes to education, which is one of the big priorities, budget's just about to be going through with Metro. Education is what we spend the most money on. And when you talk about education, you talk about reading, writing, arithmetic, being able to read, maybe nothing more important than that when you're learning as a foundational tool, and we're woefully behind. Let's go to Cree. Cree, good morning. Hi, Cree.
Hello, how are you this morning, Sonia and Nick?
Good morning.
Hi, nice to see you or hear you.
So I have a comment. This is to help the parents.
Okay.
As a parent myself, when you don't understand something that the school is doing, ask questions. Do not be scared to ask questions. You have to ask them everything. You don't stop until you get the answers that you want. You have to be on them like the FBI. Ask questions, don't stop. You got to do the children.
Have you done that? And what kind of, sometimes you find yourself not getting the response you'd like?
You just keep going.
You just keep going.
Stop.
So you
never
push it.
give up.
And so, you make yourself, you say, listen, I'm not going to take no for an answer. You listen to me.
Exactly. I don't think that when the schools see me coming, I think they say, oh, Lord, there goes Miss Taylor, because I'm not going to stop until I get the answer I want.
Good, and it's wonderful. And the thing is, she did it, and I believe her. But the problem is some parents, single parent household, two parents that are working, do they have the time and the effort when they try? They would probably tell you nothing's more important than their kid and getting them to read, but still, time can be an issue. And, how much can you keep pushing? I mean, you're like her. You're going to make yourself a pain in someone's butt unless you get the answer you want.
No, I mean, most parents, when they're in the know, like I haven't met a parent that doesn't care and doesn't love their child. I've met parents that have struggles.
Sure.
But when they're in the know, look, you're talking to a person who has organized parents, who are training parents, who have 3 jobs, and they still show up to my class on Thursday. So you can't tell me.
Okay.
You can't tell me that once you have it where they're in the know, they're going to take action. Yeah. Period.
You're right. I'm glad you said there are priorities, and you just find a way, like anything else. Well, maybe I don't go to the gym tonight because I'm going to go to this meeting, or maybe I don't do this. If it's the priority, you make it happen. Point taken. Let's go to Ariel. Ariel, good morning. Hi, Ariel.
Hey, how's it going?
Good morning. What's on your mind?
I just happened to go by and saw the comments. I grew up at different places and stuff like that, Texas, New Orleans, which you mentioned, and I lived down here in Nashville. And I just thought it was crazy, like growing up, when they put you in special classes and stuff like that, and they don't. They were like, oh, we can't tell if you can read or anything like that. and you're looking, you don't know if your kid can read or anything like that. But I was in honors English, and they were like, "Oh, she might be special." I graduated with a 3.6 in Texas. It wasn't that I couldn't read. That's my favorite thing. My brother gave me my favorite book, what you were talking about, by Dan Zena. And I've given that to many people, read it many, many times again. Favorite book in the world. And it's crazy when I just went to New Orleans and I asked my nephews, what's your favorite book? Anything like that. All they know how to do is technology. And I was just like, what is going on? Like, how are you going to take the SATs, the ACTs, anything like that if you can't read? And I thought about it. I'm going back to school actually for reading. I went for communications at Xavier University in Louisiana. I'm going back to school to become a reading teacher because I'm just like, I have a friend. He went for a full scholarship to play basketball, and he couldn't read. I'm like, how difficult is it for you to go to college and graduate, and you can't even read, but you can dribble a ball? Like, that is ridiculous.
It sure
is. Embarrassing and ridiculous. He couldn't even read, but he got a full scholarship to play basketball.
Well, and there's a problem with that, as we know sometimes, especially with athletics, they're going to find a way, if you're a good basketball player, to just pass you on through. And we all know very few players ever make it into the professional level to make money, and then they graduate and they can't read. When they were at school, and they should have gotten an education, but good for her, she's going to go teach.
I celebrate it. I always talk about parents and educators as change agents, and she sounds like she is a part of being a change agent. And
her attitude's perfect.
There's so many people who are unable to read.
I know.
And we have to make this conversation where people can actually come forward and get the help that they need. And it's not, and they have to know, look, it's not your fault. If you are unable to read, then there was a systemic failure. Sometimes things happen and people, it's a kids, they don't want to do anything. Well, if you're embarrassed, then you're not going to read out loud in class.
Right.
And so we have to create a space where we make this a priority and we let people know, hey, it's okay to come forward to say that you're struggling. But also we need to make sure that we equip our educators because we need them. I love me some good educators, Nick. We need them. We value them. We as parents, we are committed as an organization to work with them and partner with them. As a matter of fact, we are working with East Nashville Hope Exchange this summer. Right now, we have approximately 60 parents signed up in which we're getting ready to train them around literacy.
That's awesome.
And their kids are doing the tutoring with East Nashville Hope Exchange.
Keep it coming. I mean, we're up against it, so we can't take any more calls, and I apologize for that. But I mean, you have 6,700 plus parents, and it's growing. You need to get it bigger. That constituency gives you power. And what I mean by power is the ability to bring change, and you're seeking positive change. Remind folks, we did give out a number, or you gave out a number. If folks want to find out about Propel, is that the same number? I mean, she's putting your number up there.
That is my phone number. You can also go to our website at NashvillePropel.org. If you want to join the movement, there's a form on there for you to fill out. Also, we released a white paper explaining this data. It has the problems and then the recommendations that we are sending to the district-wide, and you can download that white paper from our website.
Sonia, I'm just thinking too, I mean, that's for a lot of parents, but I can tell you right now, it's something anyone, including myself, should be a part of. And to help with this, even though I don't have a child that's at that age reading now, he's already gone and he's doing fine. It's good for all of us to make sure everyone. So even if you don't have a kid and you want to get involved, contact Sonia. You can feel her passion. I can. I'm going to be running on it the rest of the day. It's good to see you. We'll see you again. I'll be right back with the programming. We'll put that number up again for you at the end. Stay with us.
This is a Talk of the Town Extra.
Hey everyone, I'm Casey Mason. Do you suffer from pain or numbness in your spine or legs? Well, you may be suffering from a painful condition called spinal